Hey guys, I wanted to upload a tier list video because I've seen a lot of people uploading tier list videos and they seem to have very differentiating opinions about PvP and what guns are actually viable. I have a lot of hands-on experience in PvP and solos, duos, and trios. I have about 500 hours in the game and 2,000 downs. I do live stream daily at Twitch. If you are interested, I'll put it in the link down below. But without a further ado, I'm gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the video. And I'm gonna go in any particular order, but we're gonna just start off here with the anvil. I think anvil, and we're gonna go with level one no attachments first. Anvil level one. If you don't know, you can actually skip past the animation of going with the anvil if you just go ahead and do ADS to skip past the hammer animation. So even at level one, it is still very viable and like one of my go-to for PvP budget weapons and to be able to take out a bunch of arc. Completely S tier weapon. Arpeggio level 1 is not the same story though. I would never pick up this gun. I actually probably would take a Rattler level 1 over the Arpeggio one with no attachments. It's just uncontrollable, bursts really slow. By the time you get all your DPS out to be able to kill a guy, you're already more than dead in most situations. Um, the Bettina level 1, I would say it's like a C tier. I wouldn't see myself using a Bettina level 1 unless I found it in raid. And then, like, the gun actually does do a good amount of damage. It does 14. You can take out a lot of light shields in about 3 to 4 shots. It has good headshot multiplier damage, so like if you can land headies, it's a very good, decent weapon. Especially after the change with the durability burn increase, it went from 0.47% per burn to 0.17, so you almost get a 5-shot increase on the actual durability burn. So if you were hating the Bettina like last time before they actually had it like change with it, you should give it another chance. The 22 bullets really makes it feel like a world better, and the durability burn doesn't make it feel so much of a hassle to upkeep. Bobcat, I would put it behind the Bettina actually. I feel like level 1 with no attachments and its small magazine size, it sits at the same with the Stitcher 20 rounds. I still think it's very uncontrollable. Like if you can get up right next to him and touch him, then it's gonna kill him. But in a lot of situations, I think the Stitcher is just a better use case when it has no attachments on it. The Bobcat is very unreliable at that point. I actually would probably put the Barletta in front of the level 1 Bobcat just because of the consistency. You can land, you have 12 shots that do 10 damage. It's basically a pocket kettle. Yes, you don't get like all the attachments and you don't have as much range, but it has a really quick draw speed. So like putting it on with a Pharaoh and just rocking it if you really want a budget kit is not really like a bad option, but you're not really going to get anything spectacular out of the Berletta. Equalizer, yeah, don't use this shit. Too expensive. Not worth your time. Not very good at PvP. Really long lined up. Even when you start to shoot people, like you have this big laser drawing back to your current position. Everybody on the map knows what the sound is, and they start running at you. Just you can't level it up. It's just not. It's just not worth bringing compared to all the other weapons on the tier list. The Pharaoh. Level 1 Pharaoh. Is it A or S? Is it A or S? I think it's A. We'll go with A because in level 1 Anvil, you can skip past the animation with the zoom in. So I think that just puts it leagues above the Pharaoh when its like reload time is about 4 seconds at level 1. I still think the Pharaoh is go-to awesome budget weapon, especially you get it on a free kit. Like you're not complaining too often of mini maps. It's got good damage, great potential to kill somebody. If they don't have a shield, you hit them in the head, they're gone. Hairpin level 1 behind the Bobcat is very slow. You have half the damage of the Pharaoh, less than half the range of the Pharaoh, and there's just so many other better options at level 1. Actually, I'm going to put the Hairpin below here. It's going to go in front of the Equalizer, but below the Arpeggio. It's just not, it's way too slow on the DPS. Not able to really capitalize on anything by itself. Now, as a pair weapon, it's not bad. Hullcracker, this is a PvP tier list, so I'm just putting it behind everything. Don't, if you like the Hullcracker and you like killing a bunch of arcs, that's fine. This is a PvP tier list, so I'm just moving on, putting it in D. El Toro, or Toro level 1. El Toro level 1 got a lot of damage, very good potential. You can pick it up, you get 5 shots. Yeah, the pump action is slow, but if you can roll slide to get around that, definitely viable weapon. Jupiter, again, same similar story as the Equalizer, just not worth the price for what it really does. The Jupiter, you got this long charge up time. It's like a second. It's about a second for it to shoot. It does 65 damage compared to the Pharaoh and Anvil's 40. So if you do like sniping, it is one of the highest potential damage weapons in the game. But it's not what you're going to expect. It's still not going to one-tap any green shield. It's going to put them very low, but it's not going to one-tap them in the head. So it's for that, it's just like you might as well be using something else like an Osprey or a Pharaoh that's just way cheaper. You got the Kettle here. Kettle's goated. You got the Eternity reload time of like 5 seconds, but it's like a better version of the Beretta in every way. You can fit all the attachments, but we're talking about no attachments. But the kettle itself is just good, man. You have no fire rate cap. You can just sit there and spam it. Got good range. It's pretty terrible with arc. So like when shit does hit the fan and you had a bunch of like arc hitting you in like a middle of a PvP fight, the kettle can kind of lack. But it's still viable. Osprey, I don't find myself using this as much over the Pharaoh or the Anvil, so I'm going to just put the Osprey in B tier. It is fun to use. I do love the scope capability, and personally I do use it on Stella sometimes, and it is good for trying to get a line of sight in those long hallways, the long dark hallways. But in general, it doesn't do as much damage as you would like to compared to the Pharaoh, and especially when you're only doing 5 more damage compared to the Pharaoh, you might as well just use the Pharaoh in a lot of regards. So for that, we're gonna put it in B. The Rattler, we're gonna put it in front of the Arpeggio. Yeah, I'm going to put it in D tier, but it's in front of the Arpeggio. I can manage to get kills with the 12 rounds now with the change. From 10 bullets to the additional 2 bullets definitely helps it a lot, like a significant amount. You can actually like use it in a lot of use cases. And especially if you get like a lethal grenade on your free kit, like a Snap Blast, and you can hit them with the Snap Blast, you can easily finish them with the Rattler. Still not very viable. You're going to have a lot of situations you're stuck in the fucking reload, like 2 bullets, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, and it's going to be a pain in the rear. Yeah, the Renegade. Renegade level 1, pretty slow. I would put it on the same... Actually, I'd put it in front of the Pharaoh. Excuse me. I would put it in front of the Pharaoh, just because you have 8 shots. Yeah, the chamber speed is slow, but I believe the Renegade you can actually ignore, similar to like the Anvil one where you do the zoom in and you can kind of cancel the animation. Stitcher, oh my baby, dude, the baby Stitcher, above everything else. Stitcher level 1, no attachments, best free kit for your budget. If you're trying to just take out a player, maybe 2, this is the gun to go to. Level 1, naked. Yeah, if you can just buy or use the gun every raid, it would be the Stitcher for me. Just because of how consistent it is at taking out other players. Level 1 Tempest. Above? Do I put it above the Pharaoh or below the Pharaoh? It's A. It's definitely A. I would put it above the Pharaoh. It is pretty consistent even at level 1. You don't necessarily need to level up the Tempest. A lot of people do. But I think it's a waste of a lot of resources because the recoil is pretty controllable. DPS is pretty good, and when you're comparing it to like the Arpeggio and the Rattler, the Tempest definitely goes well ahead, and then the Kettle is definitely above the Tempest. So we got the Beretta is supposed to go back there. Torrente. Torrente is definitely S tier. You don't need to really do anything to it to make it good, and it's just good when you can get in range. So I think Torrente It's definitely above the Anvil and El Toro because you don't really have to touch anything about it. Like, yeah, even when you level it up, you get the magazine increase and the reload speed. But, like, level 1, when you have 60 rounds, it's hard not to achieve a kill with that. And if you're not achieving a kill with that, it might be a little bit more of a problem than just your gun, you know? But, we do have the... We need to move on to the Venator here. You got the Venator level 1 is B. Level 1 Venator is B. The fire rate's really slow. Like, yeah, it does a lot of damage. You can achieve kills with it. It's the same thing with the Volcano. Actually, nah, I put the Volcano in A. No attachments. Yeah, I think this will be set. Is there anything else I would like to change about that? Nah, I don't think. I think this is set. Yeah, because I would definitely put the Patina over the Berletta Venator. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and reset that. And now, we're going to go ahead and do full attachments. Alright. And then we're going to do full attachments. Anvil still S. Just straight up all day. Anvil still S. Anvil still S. You can't really argue the case. Now you guys can shoot faster. You don't have to do the awkward aim in to be able to do it. Throw a suppressor on it, and you're just destroying teams with the Anvil. Honestly, it's so much damage. 40, 40, 40, 40. You're two-shotting people left and right. You feel like John Wick. Like, you're just smacking people. Anvil's S tier. Arpeggio is a monster with attachment. Do not sleep on this gun, dude. Do not sleep on this gun. Put attachments on it. Put a green mag on it. Get you a green stock. Put you a compensator, and then call it a day. It is going to... anybody checks you in the face, if you can hit headshots, it is going to put that man down. I have checked Volcanoes. I have checked Torrentes. I have checked Bobcats. The burst capability of the Arpeggio level 4 does not compare to any other gun in the game. Hands down. Patina. Patina level 4, you get that fire rate increase. It's pretty good. You can see it in a lot of use cases. It's really oppressive, trying to poke at people at range when they try to do those crosses. It's really, really a good oppressive gun. Bobcat. I think I'll put Bobcat at A. Yeah, I think I put Bobcat at A. The only problem I'll ever have with the Bobcat, and that's the reason that it's not in S tier, is that it does less damage than the Stitcher. And I find myself many times with the Bobcat where the target or the player is 1 HP or very low and getting away due to the low damage of the Bobcat. And it's hard to control to continuously hit somebody in the head to get the multiplier with it, unlike, I think, the Stitcher. So I would put it in A. But if you're going for body shots and you're a body shot person, I would go with the Bobcat over the Stitcher. So, the Berletta at max level, still pretty mid. You get a reload speed increase, but on the Berletta, you're not really caring so much about the reload speed to begin with. It's at 3 seconds, and in comparison to other like leveled guns, it's why would you care about the reload speed on this pistol? I would say it's pretty mid, lackluster. Equalizer, we already know is D. You can't change it. You can't level up any of the legendary guns. Pharaoh, level 4. I'd put it... In comparison to other max level guns, guys, we had to compare it to other max level guns. Why would I use a max level Anvil over a Pharaoh? A Pharaoh would work, right? But in comparison, like, the Pharaoh will get me kills. Anvil's going to just make it happen, right? Anvil's just leagues above that at that point. Level 4 Hairpin. It'll do the job. It's above the Berletta, because it does have pretty high fire rate at level 4. You can land 24 damage pretty quickly. It can 2-tap green shields. It's a good combination pair for the Stitcher at that level. I like to do Stitcher Hairpin, and you can just poke at them with the Stitcher, or poke at them with the Hairpin, and then move in and for the kill with the Stitcher. Especially really good in squads, like when they're trying to make that flank and they don't know quite where you are. Hullcrackers, D, PvP tier list, below everything else. El Toro. El Toro level 4 is definitely S tier. So much DPS. Hard to not respect. If somebody's got an El Toro 4, you know it. They're running the lobby. It's a very good gun. Very, very devastating close range. Jupiter. Above equalizer, but still D tier. Kettle level 4. Reload speed increase makes this thing a goat. Magazine and suppressor. I like to run. You don't necessarily have to put a stock. You can. It does help. With controller players, I would definitely get the horizontal gray grip just to help you control that a little bit so you can just spam fire much more. But I definitely put it actually above the Patina. It's still A tier. Very good gun. Um, Osprey, max level, still pretty mid. Definitely below the Pharaoh. Um, Rattler max level. I with the 24 bullets and attachments on it, I'm not gonna lie, a Rattler feels pretty B tier. Like it's pretty good. You can get kills with it. It's a great budget, cheap, offensive, but it's not in the league of the Arpeggio. It's not in the league of the Bettina, and it's probably sitting here in the mid tier. It's definitely not in the D tier anymore. But the Rattler, you can definitely achieve kills with the 24 bullets. Renegade level 4 is just S tier, super oppressive. You can hit multiple shots back to back, 3 shots at range, bringing down light shields, medium shields. It's a disgusting gun at range. Um, Shit. Even if you can get close range and you can hit some pretty good shots, you can bring down people pretty quickly with the Renegade. Stitcher, S tier. Just budget, you can throw it together for pennies. You don't even have to throw anything crazy on it. Throw you a gray mag or a green mag, and you're just walking. Pair it with your hairpin here and just poke at them, run up to them with the stitcher and just melt them. You're good to go. Um, Tempest level 4. Ahead of the Bettina, below the Kettle. Yeah, ahead of the Bettina, a little bit below the Kettle. Tempest is good for consistency and range, but they fill the kind of the same role as the Bettina because the Tempest doesn't have the same damage capability as, say, like the Kettle or the Toro or the Arpeggio. Like, it loses in those close range battles, which you don't want it to, and it feels bad with the purple gun. I'm not going to cap. Volcano, on the other hand, completely different story. Is it above Arpeggio, though? Dang it. Below the Renegade, above the Arpeggio. Yeah. Volcano level 4, you get with, don't do Shotgun Choke 3 because the gun has super bad durability burn. I would run with Shotgun Choke 2 and then go with Blue Mag and Green stock. The Torrente, still pretty S. Like, you don't necessarily need to upgrade it. Actually, for that, like, I think the Kettle is better than the Torrente. I'll do that. Yeah, because the Kettle, like, you can do it for pennies. The Torrente, you're going to spend a lot of resources to do it, and it's not necessarily better when you upgrade the Torrente. Yes, you get the faster reload, but, like, you can do the same thing you could achieve with a level 1 Torrente as you could with a level 4 as long as you have bullets. Venator, level 4, above the Kettle. Above the Kettle's still pretty good, though. But there are like you said, there are a lot of S tier guns, but in general, all these guns will just never let you down. You can pick it up, run it by itself, and you're going to be very satisfied in most of the situations you're put up in. Now, I mean the shotguns are shotguns, so obviously if you're in close range, it matters. But in general, I think most of these guns will kind of feel like that. There's not too many bad guns in the game once they're all maxed out. Like, there's not very many that I would just see myself just not using. But, yeah, I think this is completed. I will be live later here today. If you're curious or interested, when I do stream, I'll have the link down in the description below. But, if not, want all y'all to have a good day, and peace.